Hello, my friends. Anna, are you there? Hi, Anna. Okay. So I'm glad to see you, Anna. So uh, we're going to wait a couple of minutes to see who else can come in to join us in our weekly talk. So anyway, I'm going to tell you about an exciting thing that Anna and I are doing. Anna is doing it because she's a hi Angel. Douglas, all right, how are you? Why are you in the hospital? What happened? Hi Wendell. I love Wendell Monster. Happy Wednesday to you too, Monica. Good afternoon, Marcy. So Douglas, why are you in the hospital? What's going on? Hi Ricky. Good afternoon. The Corpus Christi. Okay. Kathy, hello. The Tooth Fairy. Oh my good. And that is so cute, Francesca. Nancy, thank you very much for being with us. So I'm very happy that you're here. So Anna is one of those computer whizzes, the one of those people that know how to do everything. And so she has a new program, and it's going to be like a club. And within the club, we're going to have it's going to be like $5 a month, something like that. And she's the one that handles all that kind of thing because I don't understand it. And but we are going to have an exclusive video with instructions for this group. And we're going to have you're going to be able to vote on the next month's project or instructions. And we're going to have like a knitting theme, for example, how to correct mistakes or how to pinpoint what to do in that project, like, detailed video on that. And for example, on a sweater for a child, I made a video on how to pick up the stitches for the sleeve and how to sew this and that, and all that kind of detailing that is so important. And we're going to have a cheat sheet every month, and we're also going to be answering questions for that group. And we're going to have like behind the scenes, like how to choose for yarn, and I'll take you shopping. And and emojis and all that kind of thing. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So the cheat sheet is, for example, detail things step by step on all kinds of things. So that is gracias, Angel. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Hi. From Turkey. Oh my goodness. Hi. Hello. It must be very late there, like midnight. I don't know. It must be like 10 o'clock at night or midnight. Anyway, what we're going to be talking about today is that, see, sometimes especially people from that are beginning to knit, they pick up a stitch. See, there's a hole right there. They pick up a stitch. Let me show you. Like, they don't know if they knitted it, and they see a loose strand and they pick it up and knit it. And sometimes when you're changing your stitches from knit to purl, then you get a yarn over. So let me show you. Like, for example, you get a yarn over when you should not have a yarn over, and then you end up knitting it. So we're going to fix those mistakes without taking off any of your knits. So this is what you do. And sometimes when the hole is too far below, then it's very difficult to adjust because all the strands become huge. So the sooner you fix it and you notice it and fix it, the better. But let's make believe that you just noticed it. Let me move there we go. So let's make believe that you just noticed it and you're going to be knitting it until there. So let's see. I'm going to knit until I get to that spot where I did the yarn, the make one. And here it is. See, that stitch there should not exist. So just let it go and let it fall to where it should be. And the strands become very big. So when that happens, continue knitting. But then you can fix those strands by adjusting your stitches. And the way you adjust them is that you take a needle and pull toward the sides so that the excess yarn gets spread on each side of the stitches. So see, like that, it's not as noticeable, and you can easily just kind of weave it to the sides. And then sometimes it happens that you have that extra yarn over when you change your yarn from knit to purl or from purl to knit, and then that extra yarn, you forgot to put the yarn underneath your needle to change stitch, so it went over your needle. Just bring it down and make sure that that stitch is knitted. So in order for that stitch to be knitted, put the strand over your needle, that strand, and pass the one below over it, and now your strand is there. And now nothing happened because it got adjusted. So there we go. Now, remember that when you lose a stitch, you can always go back. Let me show you, because it's called pinking. And when you're doing it, you can pass your stitches back to your needle. So pass them to your right hand needle, and you can do that very easily. And let's make believe that we lost that stitch and it went all the way down. So what you do is make sure your needles are nice and separate, and pick up that stitch with your hook. See, your hook is right there, and pick it up with your hook and pass it through. Again, you go to the back of the stitch, pick it up with your hook and pass it through the stitch. Again, go to the back of the stitch and pass it through. And I do believe we have a video with that kind of thing, but I really wanted to talk about lost stitches because it can happen with any stitch. Now, the best thing is to just take off your row or the couple of rows if you're not sure that you're picking up the stitch, because you do want to have a nice thing. Now, if you're doing a very difficult stitch, remember that we do have the lifeline, and we have a video showing you how to do the lifelines. And what you do is that with your needle and any other kind of different color yarn or thread, you pass your needle through that row. Well, of course, your row needs to be finished. Let me finish this one. And if you have a very difficult stitch, and I do it a lot of times because I don't want to make a mistake and then have to take off so many rows. So I put yarn in my needle and I pass it through all my stitches. And like that, if something happens to my knit, I can take off, just take it off your needle, take it off to your lifeline, and then pick up your stitches through your lifeline, because that's a very easy thing to do. Okay. On Saturday. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Anna told me that I needed to remind you that on Saturday at noon, she is going to be talking about the benefits of this club. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're just going to have all kinds of projects, and you're going to have your Facebook channel, and you're going to be able to post your work. And Douglas does that in Facebook. He's very good about sharing his projects, and it's going to be $5 a month, so it's really not much, and it really helps us keep this thing going, because we enjoy the income. So this is going to be a lot of fun. It's like taking a class. It's like taking a private class, because we're going to be answering your questions and whatever in whatever project that we're doing. So it's $5 a month. Douglas. Okay, listen, I want to know why you're in the hospital, Douglas. I didn't see the reason. Okay, so let's see. Yes, Monica. Sometimes you do need to rip off, but if you use your lifeline, you don't have to rip off that much, because you only need to rip off to where your lifeline is at. And that's like magic, because you really, if it's a difficult stitch, you kind of, all that work, and then you don't know how to pick up the stitches. So if you have the lifeline, just follow your lifeline with your needle, and you're all set. And the best thing to do is to pick up the stitches on your lifeline with a thinner needle. So like that, it's easier to pick up the stitches, and you just continue knitting with your regular needle, the one that you're using for that stitch. So yes, we do have the knitting mistakes video. Thank you, Anna. And the lifeline video is there. And Monica, yes. So let me see who else is here, because I know that there has been a lot of people visiting us. Jeannie, thank you. Bakerfield, thank you. Ruth, thank you. Angel, you're in Saudi Arabia? Oh, that's like midnight now. Wow. You have an abscess in your leg? Oh no. Well, knitting time, Douglas, knitting time, because if you're going to be sitting for a while, yeah, oh, we're sorry, Douglas, you're one of my favorite people. So, but yes, get some yarn and get busy with the knitting, because you're going to have to stay still for a while. Thank you very much to all of you for coming to visit, and we're going to be having some more tips like every Wednesday. And sometimes it's, little things like this that really make a lot of difference, because you really want to, don't get upset because you pick up an extra stitch. You can always weave it in, like move it around, and I do that very often. I just get my knitting and go like this, and usually it gets fixed by itself. Just kind of pull it to the sides, and then it's almost like no problem. See? So thank you very much for being with us, Jeannie. You're a beginner. Thank you. Double pointed needles, Jeannie. We have a video on different kinds of needles, and the double pointed needles is usually for knitting in the round. So you usually have 3 needles, and with the 4th needle, you keep knitting one side, and then use that needle for the other side, and then use that needle for the other side, and you work in the round. And we do have a video on how to do that. So please check it out, because sometimes, and then we have a video also on how to knit in the round, because sometimes your needles are too large to knit like that, like in the round. So you cast on your stitches and knit in the round, like if you were making a purse. And so please look it up, because it's very interesting. You can make a whole bunch of stuff with it. I really want to make a purse with a yarn, with a plastic yarn, and we have a video on how to do that. Thank you, Douglas. I hope you feel better. Okay, you be well. The Tooth Fairy, I love your name. This is so cable head. Yes. Oh, yes, I remember that headband. It's really cute. We have a headband that has like a braid, and it's so, so, so cute, and it's very easy to make. I remember when I started making the cables, and I didn't have a cable needle, and I used a pencil or a crochet hook or a bobby pin. I remember I used to use all kinds of things, even a toothpick. And so, sometimes you use whatever you have at hand. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us, and thank you for watching. Please share us with your friends and like our page and subscribe. And Anna will see you on Saturday at noon. And she's going to explain to you all this thing about the club. Thank you very much to all of you, and I love you very much. Yes, a 2-needle circular knitting. It's a very interesting thing. Okay, love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.